Welcome, everyone, back to Vault Companions. This is episode 2 of season 2, Fallout, Angels and Atoms. We'll be playing the Modifius official Fallout 2 D20 system. My name is Patrick. I will be the overseer today. My pronouns are he, him, and I will throw it over to Val.
Hello everyone, my name is Valiant Dorian. I use him, his pronouns, and tonight I have the distinct pleasure of playing your favorite concussed boy, Arbaz Asgar, who uses he, him pronouns, our resident concussed Volti. I'm passing it over to Lena.
Hello, I'm Lena. My pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Sierra, whose pronouns are also she, her. She is a follower of the apocalypse and caravaner, and she's so fine right now. She's not stressed. Anyway, I'm gonna pass it on to Jade.
Hi y'all, I'm Jade. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Lena May, who uses she, her pronouns, and she's a Volti who shoots guns and now has an outfit change. So that's very important to the story, super important to the plot. And I'll pass it to Kai.
Hello everyone, I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I'll be playing yet again Mart, who has a significantly longer name that we won't go into right now, who uses he, they, and it pronouns. And Mart is a Mr. Handy, and you know what? He's doing great. He's having a great time, actually. All of his friends are here, and there's more friends to be made, because that's how you convince people of things. We are now friends with the Fiends. Yes, Patrick?
Oh, absolutely. So, as you can see, we have a marvelous cast assembled before you, and if you want to show your appreciation, there's a tip jar available. $3 will buy a Nuka-Cola, which is an action point, be very valuable. $10 will buy a stroke of luck, exceptionally valuable. And $25 are strange, weird wasteland, which means I get to have some fun. You can visit our Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/vaultcompanions and make sure that all of these wonderful people see your appreciation because they are doing a fantastic job. And I will throw it over to Kai.
Angels and Atoms is set in a destroyed apocalyptic wasteland with society in shambles. Please enjoy responsibly. Content warnings for this episode may include apocalypse, fantasy violence, harm to loved ones, substance use, body horror, monsters and monstrosity, descriptions of severe illness, guns, memory loss, societal collapse, characters in crisis after traumatic experiences, both recent and in the past, medical trauma, insects and larvae, mentions of injections, torture, and gambling. We encourage you to step away if at any point this content becomes not enjoyable for you. We are keeping each other safe here at the table, and we want you to enjoy safely too. You can use !CW in chat to review our content warnings at any time. And with that, Patrick, let's go back.
A crowd of caravanners all piling up at the Mojave outpost, trying to figure out their way as the main route has been closed off. Someone with a Pip-Boy on tunes into the radio to see if they can get any updates as it squeals to life. That was Jailhouse Rock by the King himself, and that leads us into our first news bulletin. Travel between the Mojave Outpost and New Vegas has been halted as convicts from the NCR Correctional Facility stage a jailbreak. Travelers are recommended to take a detour east through Novak and not stop in Sloan for too long because a real Jailhouse Rock is not as fun as Elvis makes it out to be. Chem merchants are reporting shortages for vials, that miracle concoction that prevents a ghoul from going feral. Those poor folks finding themselves short can take heart. The Garretts at the Atomic Wrangler have bought a big stock of Abraxo Panacea from Bronte Braxo himself, but you better bring all your jars of caps. That stuff is not cheap. That's the news, and it's brought to you by the Secret Wasteland Wrangle, the fight more explosive than the bombs dropping. Remember, if you have to ask how to get in, you're probably not going to mess around. And that's coming up next. Mess Around by Ray Charles. Our group in the twilight, as the sun has set and the last embers of light flick out across the desert wasteland. They are in a convoy of sorts. As last time we saw them, they had been deterred by a rather large and aggressive group of raiders known as the Fiends. Those clad in various pieces of armament that all have the same animal skull sitting on top of their helmet. They're rowdy, they're suggestive, and they're armed to the teeth as they escort you across the wasteland. You are not being harmed at the moment, but they're brandishing weapons in a way to say, you follow or you are left here. It is all of you with Molly, of course, in tow, as you make your way across the desert sand. The heat's still radiating up off that sand as you make your way toward southern New Vegas, a district outside of New Vegas proper. And you see it is absolutely filled to the brim, populated completely with fiends and raiders and those seeking to have a good time regardless of whose expense it's at. They bring you to the gates, still like hooping and hollering like, come on, we got him, let's bring him in, PT's gonna want to see this.
Now, who is this PT?
He's the man at the top, the one who's got a plan, who's gonna change this wasteland.
Is he the only one here with a plan? And Mart both says that looking at the Fiends with deep judgment, even though they can't tell the difference in his 3 orbed irises. But he also looks to the rest of his traveling companions, wondering if anyone's cooking something.
There is no cooking whatsoever happening in Arbaz's mind or body. He has shrunk right by Molly's side and is just like walking and looking at all of these armed personnel of PT Barnum. And I think when you ask that, not registering at all Mart's hopes of any additional plan, we see Arbaz kind of like nervously twirling like bits of curly hair at the nape of his neck, and saying, and what in particular is Mr. Barnum's plan? We are just caravanners and travelers. So why would we be at all needed? I'm flattered, of course, but it's nice to have company. But yeah, why?
You see one of like this tiny girl with like wiry limbs just reaches up and grabs Sierra by the arm and is like, not you, her, and like really tugs on your arm.
The hurt one?
Off, what's that?
The hurt one?
Where's your Followers of Apocalypse patch?
So it's the other side. Good.
So she tugs on your arm and is like, nah. We were told, get someone from the followers here now.
And that was from PT, I assume?
Around you, they're all cackling and definitely kind of amping each other up as they all like hoot and holler around you. And they're like, you're asking a lot of questions.
Just a kind inquiry as to who we are visiting. I mean, you would not, remove our ability to just know who we're meeting and having a conversation with. While I'm saying this, can I assess, because all that our boss has been working with in terms of the fiends is this idea of virality. Can I make a assessment on where they're sitting in the scale of non-feral to feral?
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and say a perception survival check because you're
Okay.
trying to pick up the vibes of like what is their mental state at.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want to know how volatile they are. Great. I'm just gonna double check if I have any cool perks for this.
I'm going to say
I don't think so. No, I
Yeah,
do
while that's
not.
happening, that's what Nina May is doing as well, but not necessarily virality. She's looking for ways to get out of there. So if they have any like vehicles around, doubt it though, but maybe, you never know. Any like weak points, clusters of explodable things, basically big distractions. Ways to escape. That's what she's looking for.
I'll say if anyone wants to make their checks right now,
Mhm.
it's kind of gonna be at a base rate 2, unless
Okay.
you describe it to me like more specialty in your wheelhouse. But for Boz checking on kind of their vibe, their veracity, I would say it's still gonna be a 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that she's looking for. God, this is so Lena May. She's not really looking for the subtle like ways to get out of there. She's only looking for like the big movie-esque action movie ways to get out
Oh
of there.
my god, that's
Like
so
a
funny.
big chase, like a big explosion, like a oh my god, what's that behind you? And then they run.
Yeah.
Style.
I rolled a
Um,
7 and a 14, which is only one of those is under the number, which is 11.
I will say you don't have kind of a benchmark to grade this on. You're just, you know that they're dangerous, that they are freewheeling in chems, and they are not opposed to excessive violence.
Yeah, I think our boss will like duck closer to Sierra once that person has loosened their grip off of her. Mosey on over and just like very gently but very cautious and frightened. You feel a pat from our boss's hand on your emblem of the followers of the apocalypse and straightening out your sleeve.
And Boz is not wearing his coat right now, right? Or is
I
he?
guess not. I think it'll make more sense if he doesn't. I think he's wearing like the dress shirt and trousers, but he's not wearing the coat of.
Hey, it's hot out there, you know. Yeah, she actually just kind of instinctually, when she feels our boss get closer, she kind of like puffs up a little, like she's
You're being
protecting him. Can't help it.
So cute. While everyone's using their eyes, Mart is starting to he isn't trying to be too sneaky about it, but he is to people who know. He is trying to act less and less like a creature that's lived for 200 years and more like a fresh off the line unremarkable Mr. Handy. Which is only kind of smart because I think he easily forgets that his outer shell looks like a Mr. Gutsy now. But he is trying to just act kind of, he's trying to play dumb. He's trying to like get them to underestimate him. And so he's just sitting there going, "Ah, yes, I long for my docking bay where I can refresh my coolant."
All right. I'm going to have you make a charisma stealth check.
You're muted,
I
my
have
dear.
I have the perk scoundrel. When I make a
Okay.
charisma speech check test to convince someone of a
Yeah.
lie, I may ignore the first complication.
I'm afraid it's gonna be sneak because what you're doing is deceptive. You're trying to
Yeah, I am trying to lie really badly.
yeah.
That's fine. Charisma sneak? We're good.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Would you believe I actually get 2 successes?
You
And actually, it's on, one of them is on my tagged skill for oh no, it's for speech, not for sneak. It's fine. The math still maths, but it would have been cute if it was speech. Anyways, that's fine.
you find your old protocols deep, very deep within kind of the run menu where it's just you haven't had needed any access to this because who needs to be a regular Mr. Handy? And suddenly you find the directory, you're just kind of doing the floating, hovering, oh, I'm just a butler kind of thing. And they immediately gaze, like their gaze just passes off of you because they're not salvagers. They don't break apart things in order to get value out of them because that's work. They take. A Mr. Handy is something that they would have to put an incredible amount of effort and time into in order to get any value out of it. So they're just like, that's a Mr. Handy, whatever. And they pass you by. Hey, Jade, would you like to tell me what you
Hey.
got?
I got a 1. I did. I had to send a picture because I was like 8 no way, but it happened. So yes.
All right.
And the other one was another success, but yeah, they got it.
Okay. So they lead you into this kind of walled off area, this district of New Vegas that is separate from the big entity, the Strip. It's walled off with broken chunks of concrete, old building materials that have just kind of been piled up, old train cars that have been disassembled, and a lot of old signage. All the old neon that was really prominent in the day, all of it, a shell around this district. But as you're brought inside, you get a good look at what is in front of you. You see, to the left of you is an unremarkable warehouse, but it seems to be the place where a lot of the fiends are kind of coming out from. You kind of see it. That's their centralized area in this whole district. That's the fiends area. And then you see kind of an old relic to the Strip itself. It has this Zapp's neon signs, and you see like a lot of just various people coming in and out of there. It seems like that's perhaps like an armory that they're storing like their whatever their loot is, whatever they kind of gain from the Mojave. You also see a super duper Mart, and it would be unremarkable in most instances, except for your Nat 1, I'm going to say that you notice that they have guards posted on the outside and the doors are locked to prevent something from coming out. And around all of that is kind of just falling apart, desiccated old world that has just kind of fallen to ruin. except for one central piece. There is an older casino. It's not quite as revitalized. When you hear stories of New Vegas and the Strip, you hear stories of the old world brought back anew. The Tops, Lucky 38, Gomorrah, all these resorts, these casinos that have been revitalized from ages long past. You're not seeing that. You're seeing something that has barely held on and is haggard and really age has worn these buildings down. And in this centerpiece, you see a place called the Recess Room. It seems to be an old casino in that vein of the Strip. It's a lot of woodwork or faux woodwork on the exterior. It seems to be themed weirdly in the way of, I think Lena would get this because Lena May has seen courtroom dramas, and weirdly it's themed on the American legal system. Like, there's multiple places where it says like legal minutia, like the old Latin is written in various spots. There's there's judges depicted, and there's various like instances of professionalism and legalism. Like you see, also there's like a club off to the side. It's definitely like it was the center place to be in the day. It's called the Dun Dun, and it's, you see in the center of all of this, where you would enter into the recess room, there is an enormous intercontinental missile that has embedded itself in the ground. Its burner sticking out into the air from where it landed when the bombs dropped. It has knocked open the front of the recess room, and it is, hey, Lena May, could you give me just another survival perception roll?
Okay, let me figure out where my survival is. All right, let's see here. Okay, we got 1 success, I think. What is my survival? Yep, 1 success.
Your Pip-Boy starts ticking.
Oh
the
no.
Geiger counter is
Oh no.
is reading radiation, specifically centered on this bomb. From the front, you see that because the missile has kind of broken open the inside of the recess room, there's almost like a platform over the top, and lighting is affixed to that central area. And from a gap, from a hole that has been blown in the recess room, a voice commands out over the loudspeakers. And all of the rebel rousing, all the activity, all the rowdiness, it doesn't all go away, but it dies down considerably. And out steps a very large man, very broad, wearing a long red coat with tails, the sleeves cut off to expose his very strong arms, a kind of pauldron of spikes on his shoulder. His hair is graying, but also receding to a point where there is actual like bald spot up top, and he has a great big mustache that he has twirled into a presentable shape, an anachronistic shape. It seems that tonight we are to have a show, as we have guests. And after all, This is the greatest show on earth. And with that, there's whooping and jubilation again. You've all been patient, as patient as you fiends can be. There's a slight chuckle rippling through the crowd. But today marks the start. Things are moving. And I can't wait for you all to see the effort that you have invested pay off in incredible dividends. The strip that we are forced to see night after night. Why can't we have that? Why are the fiends forced to hide in their hole in the ground under their vault? Why are the water merchants barred from the NCR anymore? Well, tonight, we stop asking those questions. And we ask maybe a couple more. How many caps are too many caps? And the whole audience roars with approval. You are immediately escorted further into the recess room. You are unfortunately separated from Molly. Molly is kept outside. And you are guided on your way into the building under the watchful gaze of this PT that has been loudly speaking to the group. As you enter in, yeah. Go ahead.
I think Lena May is just like in shock because as she has been learning on the top side in the wasteland, she thought that everyone just avoided radiation. So the fact that there's just radiation there and they're just chilling there is mind-boggling. So even though it's one of those like, oh no, it's a big scary bad guy, like it's just not computing in her brain. So she's going to have to point that out. You do know that rocket is very radioactive, right? That's just not. Is that
Extremely radioactive.
Just don't hang out around it. What's the big problem?
Do you...
further?
Radiation is a large area effect, scientifically.
I mean, I feel fine. And you see, if you look at their pupils, they're definitely dilated in a way that says they're medicated.
Yeah, of course you feel fine at first. Radiation poisoning is sneaky. It's a slow process. And when you feel the acute results, it's too late. We could probably cut a perimeter around this so you guys wouldn't be exposed to it as much. I mean, unless you want to become feral ghouls or, lose your hair and your skin and your fingernails.
Ooh, look at Miss Blaney over here telling us what to do with our rocket.
She's only
get close
concerned
to
for
it.
your health.
Close to it. Give it a kiss.
Lick it.
Despite
lick it.
your suggestions, they continue leading you in to further into the recess room. They lead you into the dun-dun, and you are sat down at a table. Everything inside, anyone who would like to can make I'm gonna say intelligence survival.
Sure.
Please.
I'll get in on that.
I wish I could read my own dice. Oh, one
That is-
success again.
Only one for
What
me
up?
as well.
I'm a Mara and I never learned how to read. No successes for me.
2 successes.
Oh, thank God.
I think Sierra has never been actually inside one of the strips of one of the casinos on the strip. But I'm sure that they have heard many people talk about it through all their travels back and forth to New Vegas. I'm sure they have heard recounting tales of these really well maintained and restored casinos. You are not seeing that. You are seeing like the kind of pale imitation. Someone heard about this type of thing happening and was like, oh, easy, I can do this too. And it's very much someone who has no preconceived notion of what a casino should look like and is not in any way concerned with an aesthetic appeal or design. All of it just thrown together. You're seeing like the slot machines and the tables being placed, but it's kind of haphazardly. There's not enough room around the tables. The machines, some of them are plugged in, but they're not really accessible. All of it in bad lighting. You're seeing someone.
So like,
yeah.
The Atomic Wrangler and the place in Prim are like way better, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Even though they're still not the strip.
Like, hey, Prim, no disrespect, but it's kind of run down. And you think Prim has it over this place. You are sat down at a table, mostly torches around. There's no you would notice that there is very little electricity in the entirety of this district. Whatever it is, it's reserved for very specific, very rare occurrences.
As everyone is sat, to kind of continue the ruse, Mart goes to the side of the table and asks, "Can I get a beverage for anyone? I have fresh water and."
Oh, not now, buddy. This is programming calm and guys, what command should we give him to be a little more appropriate?
Are you quite certain? You seem parched.
Just gotta wait for our hosts to finish what they're doing, because we're guests here, so we've just gotta take it easy.
Is there a hostage command? Probably not, right?
I have the capacity to attempt to take a hostage in my subroutines, if that would suffice.
Probably not a good idea.
Then I will not do that.
You see, our boss is sat and is just muttering to himself. I spent all that time to escape a vault, and now I'm back in near a vault. They can't take me again. They cannot take me again. I will not be in a vault again. I don't want to be in a vault. And is every vault terrible? It seems like every vault is terrible.
Sierra just like sits right next to Boz and like leans the side of her body against his.
It's very comforting and reassuring. As you hear Boz kind of just like mutter to himself and then turns to the rest of you and just goes, maybe Mr. Barnum is a reasonable fellow. maybe he just requires aid that only the followers of the apocalypse can provide. You know, but perhaps this is just a well-meaning man with just very, very excitable companions.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything to the contrary. Some people just get a little aggressive, and like when she's only looking at Boz, her face completely shifts to, we both know I'm clearly full of bullshit, and then right back to this like white, hapless, little innocent helper of people. She's also just like looking around, seeing. This is so weird, but she's like trying to get a bead on like how healthy these guys are, how many chems they're on, like just
Is there
any
a closet that we
Oh,
can see?
You are seeing copious amounts of used chems littering the floors. These are not people that take it recreationally. These are people who live off of these chems.
I think Lena May's gonna try and point out the super duper mark, because I'm not sure if everyone else caught that. That's just what Lena May caught, right? Okay. So because you all know Lena May does not, if it wasn't Interstellar Studios or like tiny outings, she probably is not leaving Interstellar Studios because she just has what she wants there. So it's a very obvious lie, so I might need a roll for it if it's not obvious. It's a super duper mart. I think I saw a couple of those on like some supply runs a couple of times. This one seems like is a very important super duper
Do you need
mart.
me to go pick up some supplies?
Not exactly sure if they'll let us, but if they are as reasonable as they seem, then if it's a good mart and it seems so important, she's not really good at this. Then it just seems like it would be a reasonable request as guests.
I'm happy to procure any supplies that are necessary. And to save you time, you may stay here.
As you're discussing amongst yourselves, you hear the heavy stomp of boots. There's movement coming directly your way, and you kind of feel his presence as he enters the room. The coat with tails, the pauldron on his shoulder. It's the man overlooking as you came in, and he, without addressing you at all, snatches up a chair and brings it right in front of Sierra and sits down right in front of you. I don't believe we've finished. My name is P.T. Barnum. I'm a businessman.
You have a bit of a reputation. I've heard you have the greatest show on earth. Is this a handshake situation? Do you handshake?
I handshake with those I make an agreement with. We haven't gotten that far yet, but we will.
Good. My name is Sierra.
Would you mind introducing me to your compatriots? I am familiar with Mr. Abbas, as your reputation in Freeside is, well, it's favorable.
Is that a good thing?
I take quite a bit of pride in finding myself two followers of the apocalypse that I can now discuss matters with. And I'm afraid I don't have the pleasure of knowing your name. He leans in towards Lena.
May pauses because she is not sure if the people that are following her know her name or not. So she's like, well, do I lie? Do I not lie? But she does win out with maybe don't lie, because we might die. It's,
Oh no.
Lena May.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Now, down to business, as I have many things that I need to attend to. It seems to me that the followers of the apocalypse have a resource problem. I would like to alleviate that. I am an altruist, if you could call me. Now, I have many stores of life-saving equipment that I have freed from otherwise less desirable uses. And I would be willing to part with this equipment and quite a store of caps and assure any follower of the apocalypse is not harmed and is offered safe passage in the coming days. All that I require is something that you have an excess of. It seems to me you have an excess of land. After all, you have a clinic and you have the Mormon fort. If you would just hand over the Mormon fort to me, I can part with all my supplies immediately.
People would die. We need that space.
Oh, I don't think they will. You have done marvelous work out of the clinic. I've personally seen some of your results, Mr. Abbas.
I'm talking about chem addicts. People who overdose, people who are sick, even the few people who are trying to get clean. There are a lot. That place is full. All the time.
To clarify for me, Valiant Dorian, because I made a note here, and I want to make sure that it is correct before I say what I'm about to say next. It is within our assessment from the followers of the apocalypse that our stores were raided by Barnum's folks, weren't it?
You are fairly confident.
Fantastic. Sierra, the jelly-like slump that you've been leaning against to provide emotional support to straightens and stiffens every single time this man mentions Arbaz's name. And Baz, for I think the first time in a very long time, kind of like straightens up a little bit and says, Mr. Barnum, sir, is it my understanding that you wish for us to part with our land, the Mormon Fort, where we treat patients and those in need, to acquire protection and resources from you? Protection and resources we would not need if not for you. It was you and your people who had raided our clinics for the vials and other chems. It is you and some other gangs that primarily threatened the followers of the apocalypse. This is not a negotiation or a business deal. This is an extortion. And if you think that we were to part with our fort that helps us protect and help the needy, then one, you are sorely mistaken, and two, we are not at liberty to even provide that to you. So
Yeah, we don't have that authority.
I'm sorry, but you're sheer out of luck.
You see PT get up, grab the back of the chair, and drag it across the floor and sit down in front of you. I think you understand the situation far better than you're letting on. After all, this is how the wasteland works. I'm familiar enough with you to understand that you weren't born here. You had a more privileged upbringing that us Wastelanders weren't afforded. So let me enlighten you on how the Wasteland works.
You know nothing of my upbringing, Mr. Barnum.
Go on, give us your tragic backstory.
Let's say you have a Nuka-Cola and I have a Nuka-Cola. But I want your Nuka-Cola. I have 4 very strong friends who are invested in me having your beverage. They come all the way over and they take your Nuka-Cola and give it to me, and I drink your cola. I drink it up. He is in your face, barely an inch away. And Val?
Yes.
Didn't you say that you made sure that the trinket Sierra provided for you was very visible?
Yes. Yes.
He
Yes, I did.
reaches up and wraps a hand around it.
I am going to do something that Arbaz would, in normal circumstances, would never do. Would absolutely never do. I want to grab his wrist and slap him across the face.
Yes! Holy shit!
Make an unarmed attack roll.
God, what is an unarmed attack roll? I've never done
I
this
just
before.
scream so loud.
Okay.
Strength, unarmed.
You
A strength, I guess.
strength and unarmed.
Oh my god, what is my unarmed? Oh, there it is, all the way at the bottom at 0. Oh, brilliant.
Do you want to spend AP about it?
Sure, I'll expect.
I think you should. I think you should. I think you should spend an AP about it.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll
I
spend an AP about it.
support this as well.
Let me double check something. Okay, cautious
rocks.
nature will be in effect. So when I attempt a skill test, when you buy more than 1 or more d20s by spending action points, you may re-roll 1 d20 on that test. That's
It's a weird thing to be cautious behavior about.
yeah. My cautious nature is, I guess it's out the window. Really, no, forget that.
You've
So
considered
that means I roll
your
3 d20.
consequences.
Yes.
Yes, I am right. It is 3 d20.
Uh-oh.
Somehow, 2 successes. 2 out of 3 successes. I rolled a 17. Meets it, beats it, right? Because I rolled exactly a 5, exactly a 2.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna roll something here.
Yes,
Right
please.
now.
So funny. This is so funny.
I need you to know that if he gets, if that guy tries to attack Boz, that Sierra's gonna jump between them like a rabbit. I just need you to know that that's her plan. She might not succeed. Just to give you more.
Why the hell did I succeed?
Hey,
Because it's funny.
that means you're making an attack on him. I need you to roll
Mhm.
2 combat die, and you can also spend AP points to add more combat die to this if you would wish. So, roll your 2. Wait, I'm sorry. What is your strength? What is your strength number?
Yes.
Yes.
My strength is 5.
Okay. Okay.
How is your strength only
roll.
1 better than mine? I mechanically cannot improve mine. I am just a robot.
Roll 2 combat die, and then you can
Our boss
add.
is stronger than. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. You
I'm
can
trying to
add
remem-
dice with AP.
Okay, cool. Remind me what my combat die is. I've completely forgot.
Oh, it's
D6.
the yeah, D6.
Yeah, D6. There we go. I was right. Trust your instincts, Val.
And then it's got
alright,
the- We've got our cheat sheet of what those rolls
Oh,
mean.
do we get an action point for my crit earlier?
You know
So
what?
I
I will
think
say,
it's
I
just
will
the
say
one.
yes. So
Okay,
you-
so we're at 3.
yeah.
Okay, we got 3. Okay. How the hell do I not have enough d6s? I didn't
What?
think I'd go this far.
Who are you?
Also,
I didn't think I'd get this far!
This is your question, Patrick, if you want to respond real quick.
Oh, okay.
Getting another d6.
Discord.
Perfect. I have exactly 3 d6s. Let's go. That is a 2 and a 3 and a 5.
So it's 2
Ooh.
damage, nothing, and 1 damage and an effect. So it's 3 damage total. And if there's any damage effects, they trigger, which I don't think that there are.
I deal damage with a slap! It is like the
Shame
wettest and
damage.
sweatiest palm slap anyone has ever heard.
Like
I will,
reflex slap where you're just like, no.
I will go ahead. This is a little bit of metagaming, but you do 1 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is going to roll something real quick.
There's no psychic damage in this game, but you do 1 point of psychic damage to this man.
Honestly.
There should be insult
I guess
damage.
while Patrick's looking that, does anyone remember what the difference? So luck points are asking questions, and then action points are adding to the scene, or?
Action points are asking questions. Luck points are adding to a scene.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so you slap him square on the face. He does not move. You have slapped granite. He is an unmoving physical object, and he maintains his hold on your necklace. He says, "Very good. Now, I'm going to take this from you. All you have to do is stop me. Now stop me right now. I want you to stop me. Stop me from taking this from your neck right now."
Sierra can't help it. She reaches over and she digs her nails into this guy's arm. If he's going to take this from Boz and he doesn't react to it, she's at least going to draw blood about it.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I think you're faster than Boz. Like, Boz would not let go, but
He's still in shock.
I think he's still like, I can't believe I slapped a guy.
So this is unarmed. A 0 and a 4. My strength is 4. My unarmed is 0. I got
How
a
is your
20.
strength?
So I got a crit fail. And 13. Which do we have anything? I feel like that crit fail might be really extraordinarily bad for me.
I support using an action point for it. Wait, one second.
It would be a luck point to reroll.
Yeah, it would be a luck point to reroll. Which are all you,
That
bud.
one?
Do you have luck?
Right?
You should.
Yeah, I do. I will spend one of my luck points because that's bad. Let's do a different die. Let's see.
I think that if at least it's shown that Lena, or not Lena, not like our actual Lena, if Sierra, Lena's character, reacts, then Lena May would react as well.
One success. That reroll became at the wire a success.
Okay. So you got 1 success on him. Go ahead and roll unarmed damage because this is also an attack.
A 4.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just
You
1,
did-
right? Because it's just 1 success.
Yeah. If it's just 1 success, then you succeed, but you don't get any AP out of it. You grab into his arm. This is hardy flesh. It's very rare to come across someone with this kind of musculature that is just so resistant to any external force. You are putting all of your strength into at least causing him barely acknowledges you doing anything at all. His arm stays locked on the necklace, and he says, anything else? Is there anything else you wish to do? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this from you. You have one chance. You can stop me right now.
Do
All
you
have to
want
do is
our
use-
help or not?
I guess that's the deal then.
No, that's a question. Do you want our help or not? Is the deal help for a necklace? Or are we gonna have a talk like adults?
I think you speak as if we are in your house. But as I recall, I asked my friends to bring you to mine.
Uh-huh. And you want something from us. And if you want any chance at that fort that Julie is not gonna hand over, she's not going to. So you're gonna have to figure out another way to get it. And you know how you're going to be able to figure out another way to get it? With my fucking help. So treat us with respect, and then maybe we can figure out whether or not we're gonna shake hands.
Oh,
How's that sound?
I'm not worried about Julie.
Oh.
Julie will be taken care of.
Ooh.
What the fuck does that mean?
He is going to yank on the necklace and remove it. Yes?
While they're talking,
Oh no,
This-
Mart!
unassuming, totally normal, robot. Is there anything of value that I can see on Mr. Barnum?
Do a perception. Let's say survival, just base kind of like observing.
Okay.
I have a funny thing that our of us could do, depending on did we have our weapons removed?
No?
I think so. That's
No.
why that's basically what I was waiting for Lena May. Is Lena May is
Yep.
like so much like the hand is like itching almost because
She's ready.
it's one of those
I got
like,
one success.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a funny thing
I-
for you,
I
potentially.
think you see he came in unarmed. I think
Sure. I'm wanting to know if he has anything of value on him that he cares about.
It's got to be the coat, right?
Yes, but I
think-
can't steal a coat.
True.
I think you find that he has. There is something sitting in the coat pockets, and you can kind of see it has heft, and it has kind of like it definitely alters the hang of the coat.
Mm-hmm. Something heavy enough. While he is arguing with Sierra, Mart would drift over to Arbaz and, trying to be very nonchalant about it, go to like straighten something on Arbaz with with literally like his flamer or something. He literally only has one pincer, but he's literally gonna try and pickpocket this man.
Sneak agility.
I
Is
would
it
say that, like,
funny?
Sierra's already clearly very angry. And if she sees Mart just doing some bullshit in the background, she will try. She'll try to keep this guy's attention. She thinks
This is very funny. Continue.
this is a bad idea. That's all.
I got 2 successes.
Amazing.
Okay,
Really
now I have to
awful.
figure out how this works out for you. Because yeah. Hold on 2 seconds. I have to alter things a little bit.
Sorry, I broke it.
This is good because now I have to figure out again how the gun distance works.
Yeah.
If I had
I think you remove... I don't want to just give you something that's garbage, but you remove... I will say... I don't think you can get a good look at it, but it feels like it has... feels like bronze.
Interesting.
And as this ruckus is going on, you hear a commanding, almost ethereal voice from the back of the room as a green glow emanates into the space. That's enough! And you see PT with one last act of rebellion yanks the necklace from your neck and puts it in his pocket where you can see it. I think I'll be holding on to that. And he turns around, and in the doorway, you see another man in a coat, like a well-dressed man. Only it's not a man that you would really see walking around, as he's glowing, and he's a ghoul. And he says, This is too much. PT, this is too much. We talked about this. You need to dial it back. And PT Barnum stands up and he's like, I'm very sorry, Mr. Bright. I got a bit overzealous in my attempts at persuasion. Where are my manners? All gathered here, this is an associate of mine, Mr. Jason Bright. He himself is running his own flock. And you see Jason storm forward, and he's like, I don't need to stand on niceties right now. How are we still running out of vials? I'm trying to get my followers the vials that they need, and you're barely coming up with any. I am regrettably sorry, Mr. Bright, but it seems that we can't find much of any in the wasteland. It seems that they've been short supply. Yes.
Excuse
Sierra.
Mr. Bright. Excuse me, Mr. Bright. Did you try to ask the followers for help?
You see him get very sheepish, and he says, I have a very hard time being in public with people. And I, regrettably, was not able to ask for their assistance. But PT was kind enough to see my vision, and he's helping me reach where I'm trying to go. He's a little aggressive, more aggressive than he needs to be, but he is helping my flock with my vision.
Or ghouls. Is that right? That's why you need the vials?
Yes.
I mean, now you have 2 followers of the apocalypse now. You could just ask them now.
Do you have any vials that you could part with right now? We are desperately low.
I have materials. I was coming back to bring them to the fort. I have them. I can make some for you.
PT, I know this is one of your things that you're planning, but can we pull them aside for a minute and give them access to, do we have any kind of chemical station that they can Bruette. PT stands back and is like, I'll tell you what. I'm a generous man, and I see no problem in you having one of the followers. After all, I only need one of them to complete this deal. Mr. Abbas, I think it would be very appreciated if you could follow my friend Mr. Bright here and help him
Buzz,
produce some more vials.
do you know how to make them, Buzz?
I think he knows how to make them. Left table? I think he does.
I
Sort
think you have a. I don't think you know like the exact formula. You have kind of like the ingredients, and you just kind of have to like get them in compatico with each other.
Oh, wonderful. We get to play with some emerging themes. I think you see Arbaz hesitate. There's like layers of fear that are rising beneath his eyes, and there's a greater existential one that's rising above. And he says, as he kind of like mutters, his hands still trembling from slapping and gripping like P.T. Barnum's wrist, as he just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if.
I've been a follower for a long time. He's a bit newer. And not all of us know all the recipes.
Well then,
If you
perhaps the opportunity will be provided to him to learn them. After all, I need someone who is more experienced with the followers to parlay this agreement.
Why do you want the fort? Just to take it because you can't have it? Is that why you want it?
My reasons are immaterial to what your desires are, so I don't see any point in negotiating over my desires.
Well, then I guess we'll see how helpful I am. Would you like to threaten
Jason?
me now?
Jason is going to turn to you, Boz. He's gonna be like, we're so desperate now that honestly, just any help. We're losing so many flock.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
He is like, you see a weight just like completely leave his body as he like, thank you. I'll take you to somewhere where you can work. PT, just calm down. You don't need to do this. And he's going to escort you. He stands next to you, and you're cast in a green glow as you stand next to him. A perhaps worrying kind of feeling. However, it seems that he has enough cognizance to have some level of control over it. You're standing next to him, and yet your Pip-Boy isn't going off. Like you're detecting radiation, but it's like alpha particles. It's like it's essentially just the harmless stuff that kind of bounces off. It's background radiation that you wouldn't really be concerned about.
As Mr. Bright kind of like brings Arbas closer and begins to escort him, I think Arbas will like lean into everyone very, very briefly and just say, "Hey, you're better at this than me, Sierra. I'm sorry. Don't let him have it."
The stuff that you need is in Molly's saddlebags.
I can get it.
The ingredients might help you remember, but if you're not sure, And if these guys look like they're worthy of being saved, which I'm not sure, tell them to come get me.
Mhm.
Even if it's just for a few minutes and they bring me back here, okay?
Okay. Okay.
And with that, Boz is escorted out of the room. As you are left there in that space, PT chuckles to himself and says, I will get the fort eventually. It's a matter of time and perseverance. After all, Julie can't hold on to things forever. Pacifism is funny like that. I want, as you kind of realize the space around you is quieter. All the shouting from outside, all the merriment and rowdiness is gone. And it's not because the fiends suddenly went to bed. The fiends left. They went somewhere. And I believe when Boz met up with you last, he did tell you about how Julie was going to check on West Side to see how things were there. I think things will resolve themselves and we will have this tete-a-tete very soon. You are just left on your own. He completely leaves you. There are no fiends guarding you. There are no people blocking your way. You are just left on your own at your tables with the knowledge that something is happening pretty much right now.
Is this us being like let loose or something?
So, do I shoot him? Should I? And Lena May is kind of like trying to be pretty quiet, but she's like, there's no one around, and the guy's there. So, in her brain,
I
it's
can't
pretty
tell if
straightforward.
I can't tell if he's souped up on something where that won't matter so much.
If you shoot something enough times, it goes down.
I can't. I'm so angry. I can't think clearly.
I did acquire this, and whatever is in Mart's pincer, he just slips into Sierra's hand.
You immediately recognize Mark of Caesar.
Shit.
Is that something you recognize, Sierra?
There's been a problem growing. You know about the Legion?
I don't think Mart does.
I think that unless Patrick, you think otherwise, Lena May has been trying not to have many coverage of local people because of the issue with it back in California, I guess. So
I think because you just hear of the Legion as like this amorphous thing, because you're not on the front lines of where this would be relevant. You're just in the territory that is affected by it. So you know the effects of the Legion. You know that they are a problem. You don't know the range of it. You don't know how bad it is. It was so scary.
Bye-bye.
Jumped off air. So you know what? We're having a bit of a technical difficulty. I think now is a good time to take a break.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to take about a 10-minute break, and we'll see you all after that. Bye.
All right, welcome back from break. We are here, Vault Companions, doing episode 2, and we had quite a strange moment as P.T. Barnum just kind of left things hanging. Apparently, the Fiends are on their way to do some malice and malcontent. And it seems like the target of their attacks is going to be Julie Farkas of the Followers. We come back into that same restaurant, rundown restaurant within the recess room in South New Vegas, where you are still like, you are aware that everyone kind of just left you be.
Sierra's like fuming for a moment, and she doesn't quite realize that they've been let go. She thinks like, oh, now we're prisoners. So you're gonna have to like snap her out of it.
It'll be abundantly apparent in a moment.
Go ahead. If you'd like to.
Mart just clocking that we're kind of alone just goes, "Hello? Is anyone there?" No, and starts to like putter around, basically.
In a similar fashion, Lena May just has one of her like hands hovering her plasma gun, and she's just going to actually like physically like look out as well. But we also heard there not being that many people around, so I'm not seeing anything.
Yes.
I believe they've abandoned us.
They're heading to West Side, right?
Where Julie is right now, helping people. Sierra's gonna take out her syringer and snap a Pax syringe into it. Are they all? Let's go take assessment or whatever. Natural.
I think that they're heading out, but I wonder if they're leaving the super duper Mart. I'm not sure if there's anything important in there, but I don't even know how we're gonna even catch up either.
It also looked like they had a secondary building with supplies in it, so they might have left some weapons. They're not smart.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just go. And Idame's like kind of like weirded out by this situation as well, because this is not anything like any movie villain ever or any wasteland villain where they're just like, all right, well, bye. So she's also at a loss here. But she's going to at least lead the charge and go out as well with that hand on the plasma gun.
I think just for like sake of supplies, if that room that looked like it had stuff in it is abandoned, she might like open the door and just look and see if there's, a pile of weapons or grenades or whatever. Nothing that'll take a long time to deal with.
I think you go in toward Zap's neon signs, and you don't see anyone on the exterior. Little like the streets are practically abandoned, as most everyone is not here. You see like this odd straggler here and there of a fiend, like, puttering around a campfire or doing some mindless destruction. But for the most part, everyone kind of skedaddled. You open up the door to this kind of workshop, this very industrial, boxy kind of abode. And inside, you immediately hear like the internal like echo of voices from the inside of the workshop. So everyone isn't gone, but for the most part, this place is abandoned. So give me a survival perception to just kind of see if there's anything that you can get just like off the top of things.
Can I help or
Oh,
also
Yeah.
roll? Okay.
Yeah, do a perception survival to add success to Sierra's roll.
Cool. I got 1 success. So.
Okay.
Or
Let's
is it underneath
see.
the skill or underneath the perception or both?
Oh, just roll. You're just rolling 1d20, and it's just under
Okay.
both of the. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just one then.
Let's see everything that you got. And okay, I'm going to drop this into chat so that you all can see it. It's not a lot, but I also think that you got. Hold on. You got 1 dose of Jet, 1 dose of Buff Out, 1 Stim Pack, 1 Nuka-Cola, and 1 Nuka-Cola Quantum. But I think you also found someone had just been reading a magazine. And so we're going to see what could that possibly be. Oh, you got a fixing things.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, you see someone was like, this is clearly a workshop, and they were going through it to try and find like any kind of information that'll help them. But it's clear they got maybe a third of the way through the first page, and we're just like, no, done. I'm over this. But it's just you're walking into basically the front room, like the very front room. And beyond this, it becomes very apparent that there is more activity and people. So beyond this, it'll be much more risky, but you can just, those are things you can kind of just sweep into your arms and just go.
Cool. Then I will do that. Sierra's gonna like put them in all the pockets of her apron as she just like goes out. And then she's gonna hand Lena May the stim pack, and she's going to say, Mart, please pop your butt open for me. I've got some Nuka-Cola and some Nuka-Cola Quantum. Sorry, how would you like me to phrase it?
What? To what end would you be putting those in there?
So that if we need them.
Storage.
I cannot carry very much. And you hear him kind of like extra boost his jet for a moment, which he doesn't do very often. It doesn't make him go any faster. It's just like a car revving at idle.
He's just angry.
This is my only form of propulsion. And unfortunately, it is only rated for so much weight. Carrying things is precious and rare.
I can carry some stuff.
Okay, I'll save it for grenade. Do you want regular or quantum?
That regular? And she'll just Lena May will just put it in her bag. She's very curious, but won't drink it because we don't need it right now.
No.
Yeah.
What do you think
what about
they want from your fort? I'm assuming it's a fortress?
It's got a big wall, and it's like, okay, you know what? Actually, and she takes that coin out of her pocket. I don't think they want it. I think they were told to get it. Because I think, tactically speaking, if the Legion could get a foothold like this in Freeside, it'd be bad. It'd be really bad.
I'm going to trust what you're saying, as I seem to have found myself in a very deep politicking that I'm unfamiliar with. But I'm eager to learn. This is my natural habitat.
I'll tell you about it. And as because I know we've already been walking, but as we're hustling and armoring ourselves, she's going to regale them a little bit about the first Battle of Hoover Dam and the rumors about the Legion that have been circulating in the interim.
Yeah,
So-
you're able to recount like kind of the horrors that are rumor and the horrors that are less rumor, as there's a myth that is built up around the Legion, and that's the unfortunate thing about the myth is that it kind of buffets what is actually true. The things that are the horrors that they actually commit kind of get wrapped up in this giant evil that they are, and you can be very specific about the things that the Legion does as a entity in the Mojave.
Yeah, especially about like human trafficking and the victims that we have found in their wake, the ones that could survive and the ones that couldn't, the kind of like things that they were subjected to. That if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it just basically like as she's talking about this, she starts to talk more and more about the like torture and what they do to captives and how ruthless they are, and it's clear that she's gradually not telling this to tell you this. She's starting to voice the cloud of fear that is building up in her, and she's starting to lose her cool.
No.
So exactly. So what I'm hearing is that we shoot them on sight, right?
Yeah. I just Fiends are bad news anyway. But if they're trying to give ground to the Legion, that's
It sounds bleak. Which is why we ought to go and find your friend, as I don't know many of these other factions, but the followers of the Apocalypse have proven themselves to be very worthy of a bit of risk.
and
Yeah.
we're not totally pacifists, so they're in for a treat when they find out what Julie can do.
Yeah, and I mean, don't think that they're that very smart. At least this group are. So if you're Julie, and if the rest of the followers are as capable as you are, which I definitely believe, as well as our buzz, then we come in. They're already fighting. We're behind them. I think that this is entirely doable.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, but hey, Mart, is your flamethrower still in good working order?
Oh, it most certainly is. I actually had time to clean. And he just kind of like puffs a little bit of flame out, just a little, just to show that it's working. While we were idling up at the outpost. I'm quite prepared. Shall we go ride in like the cavalry?
You know what? I don't. There's 3 of us. There's like a million of them, but maybe I don't even know how we could be sneaky.
I'm not very good at it, I will say.
But you have a sharp enough
That's-
eye that sneakiness is not necessarily required for you, Miss Bailey.
Thank you.
What? Maybe we do like a first wave where we try to be quiet. And then once we kill a couple of guys and announce our presence, then we go full like woo. Cavalry.
Interesting. I'm not sure if I'm moving on your screen, but my
You're not.
screen.
No.
Okay, cool. This
I
is
was-
very interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna
think
say,
we're
let's take a quick pause for a tech break.
quick pause. 5 minutes just to kind of
Yeah.
finagle things.
Did it
We'll
fix?
be back in a second.
Oh,
And there she is.
I don't know what I did. I just opened up Task Manager and then to try to figure out what happened, and then I guess that's what did it.
It
so,
scared it.
Yeah, I was like, no, please don't close me. Okay.
Anyways, well then,
Okay.
we won't be back.
All right. It's the dead of night. You are riding through kind of the ruins outside of these kind of small hamlets that exist outside of New Vegas proper. Like South Vegas and West Side are these small little islands that occupy a lot of wasteland. So as you're riding, it's very easy, or as you're walking, it's very easy for you to see the kind of orange glow of embers and smoke. And on the air, screaming.
Okay. Fast. Mark, can you do that quiet thing?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And he just kind of stops, and you get that strange kind of quieting feeling as he's going to activate his stealth field. Thanks, Finny.
All right, let's go ahead and get you all on the map. You'll be pinging up here in the left kind of top quadrant, and you should see Mart on there
Hello.
as well.
Right now, I don't see things. Is that on purpose?
It's black.
Did I?
It'll be a black
Oh,
screen.
yeah, it'll be a
No,
black screen.
Patrick,
and,
you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so for us, it'll be black screen. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Just wanted to double check.
Did you drop Lena May on there?
Yeah, Lena, Jade, if you want to just drop your token in, I can give it visibility.
All right, let me. Hopefully that
Oh,
works.
yep. There you are.
Yep.
Very cool.
Let's see. And you. Did it work?
And
I think it did, and then it didn't. It might be my. Oh, I think I see it. Cool.
Okay. Okay.
And don't you worry, lovely audience. We're going to describe things for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are. I just want to make sure that they get set in the proper place. But as they're approaching kind of a small metropolis in the desert. Like has these walls built up around it of just detritus and anything that they can find to be a barricade against the worst things that come into the wasteland. And the worst things right now are a bunch of fiends, as you see this city block surrounded by walls is like there's smoke trails and embers and what would just be buildings occupying space in the desert is kind of cast in this orange hellish light as there is destruction and panic happening in this small block.
We should get to a more optimal position for you, Ms. Bailey.
Agreeing with Mart. Lena May is looking for like a little bit of high ground, or some type of area where she could have like still have like cover of sorts, but be within range. She's gonna use her plasma gun.
So you all walk in through the front. There's a gate, like an actual gate that they built in order to facilitate, visitors to come in, be kind of screened. It's blown wide open. It's obvious that there was an attack and there was a defense. There are fiends that are kind of scattered here, and you're kind of having to step over them.
Oh.
And then as you step inside, you come face to face with, like, you're looking down a long street with crumbling buildings on either side of you, kind of like you're in this ravine of the old world. The street turns off to the right, and in front of you, you can see combat happening. You can see fiends running from place to place. You can see the citizens aren't really equipped to fight these things that are coming in from the wasteland. They put up the walls so that they wouldn't have to. And yet, you do see slight hints of defense. Right in front of you, a few doors up, you see kind of like a truck trailer that's kind of stopped in the middle of the street. Decrepit and old, and you see a man kind of shabby dressed, elderly, probably late 50s, early 60s, firing. I mean, he's trying his best. He's definitely like has a pistol in hand, and he's firing at these fiends, and he seems to be the only one that's really giving a fight next to you. I'm actually going to hit pause here for a moment. Those tech gremlins are back, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll get into it from there. All right. So you emerge from out of the gate. Oh gosh, please. Okay, that's as close as it's going to be. You emerge from out of the gate. The door already like blasted off of its hinges. Like it's clear like they fought their way in. You're seeing a lot of the West Side citizens all kind of like fleeing. There's a couple that are putting up a fight, but for the most part, what you're seeing is a lot of just panic. The street ahead of you, there's about 4 fiends all kind of crouched outside of what looks to be a pawn shop, and you can see someone that is a citizen of Westside is like cradling an elderly man who is grievously wounded, and the fiends are kind of like getting ready to make their way into this, find what they can find of treasure. And that's when you see the elderly man that's ducked behind the truck start firing off rounds, just be like, "You bastards, get out of here!" And he is, I'll say anyone who wants to can make any checks that they want of the environment around them to try and figure things out.
I'd like to know what's going on.
Yeah, I think that Lena May is trying to look for optimal places to be. She's in full "I'm gonna shoot things" mode, especially because they freaked out Sierra. So I'm not sure if that's not a survival or guns
survival, and I'll do energy weapons because you're trying to figure out exactly where to post up to be effective. So survive or energy weapon, perception.
Okay. I got ooh. And it's an extra success if it's a tag skill, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so in that case, I got 3 successes because I got a success and it's underneath my. Or
Go ahead and
one
give-
of these
go ahead and-
successes is under the tag skill.
Yeah, go ahead and give yourself an AP because you're able to very clearly see like these are long streets and like there's a couple of things blocking your field of view, but not much. So what you're seeing is just kind of like a shooting range. You're seeing just a bunch of fiends at different distances that you can just kind of point at and shoot a beam. This is not optimally designed for them to be like ducking behind cover and things like that. Like there's alleyways that they can duck behind, but for the most part they're just out in the open for you to just kind of aim and figure out who's next.
Wow. Mart is looking for the source of the fire.
Go ahead and do let's do repair perception.
Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, buddy. That is 2 successes.
You're seeing a building further down the street in front of you to the right. There is like the kind of glint of flame from a window that is, it was probably broken before this happened and someone chucked something inside of it. And now the things that are inside of it that are flammable are now burning.
Let's go add some more fire to that. We'll come back to that. Sierra, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out order of priority of who to shoot to save the most lives.
I would say do. I mean, survival perception is just like the base for that.
Okay. Do these two. Oh shit! 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I think what you're doing is Sierra's not a tactician, not a combat tactician, but you do understand where your strength is, and it's supporting those who do understand the field. And in front of you is like a guy who's, as he's firing, you're not seeing like a wastelander who picked up a pistol off of like some shady trader. You're seeing someone who is using it with experience and finesse in a way that you think bodyguard or maybe like former military. Like he has the kind of experience where you're like, this man isn't doing things on a whim. He knows what he's doing, and he's kind of falling back on learned tactics. And I'll say on the success that you also had, I think you hear kind of like a loud roar off to your right. And as you gaze, kind of like turn your vision down that street, you see a grouping of fiends, like a large mass of fiends. But they're not, when you see fiends moving in this town, what you're seeing them is them swarm things and just, by numbers destroy it. You're seeing a lot of fiends be very standoffish about a thing that they're not wanting to get close to.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, using my combat rifle, pick off some of these fiends that have this older man pinned.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an attack roll. And I'll say you can either do like actual shoot at them and cause them damage, or you can try and scare them off with your roll. If you do, the attack roll, you're gonna have probably not as high a difficulty, but that's shooting to kill. Whereas if you're just trying to scare them off, it's a higher difficulty. But what it does is like you're not trying to kill them to death. You're trying to, hey, this is a bad idea. Don't go this way.
Okay. I feel like. Well, are you saying roll and then decide, or
No, I'm saying decide and then
decide
roll.
and then? Yeah. Okay. I feel like Sierra's not in a good place right now, and I feel like she wants to kill some of these guys.
Yeah.
As a treat.
Yeah. Yeah. A little murder is a treat.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. You're at a good range for it, so it should be 1 difficulty.
Oh, cool. Should I add another die? Can I do that with a luck point? No, I'll just
point.
roll.
Action point.
We need those. Okay. Out the tray. Oh. 6, fuck yeah. Does that hit my tag? Small guns, 4. No, just barely doesn't hit my tag threshold. But 2 successes. She's angry.
Give yourself an action point. You fire off a shot on them. It's enough to get them to stop firing on the elderly man. However, you have now given away your position. So you cause a substantial amount of damage firing on this group that was not paying attention to you, and so wasn't like trying to duck away to try and avoid the shots. You fully you hit this fiend, and her like you see like pops of blood in her leg, and she goes down on a knee. And that is 1 major action. Minor action. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I think I would like to. Okay. Could you please very quickly remind me what my minor actions are?
Minor actions are a movement, item interaction, such as pulling out a weapon or a inventory item like stim pack, or aiming.
Okay. I feel like I should probably run to cover.
Yeah. You are kind of right in front of kind of an outcropping from an old motel that you can easily like duck behind the corner of there and get yourself at least some cover from further down the street. Yeah, you absolutely duck behind that corner. The building is like kind of like that old concrete it's sturdy, but bullets will eventually cause problems.
Fair enough. Yeah, so hopefully sorry, how many fiends did it look like I was shooting towards? Just in a like vague estimate.
You kind of had a grouping of 4 that you were kind of shooting at into the center of, and they all look like they've been exchanging fire with this older gentleman, and they're not like this. All of these fiends are in the midst of a siege, so they're not in tip-top condition, but I think you as a follower would recognize when someone is using the chem buff out.
Got it. Okay.
May I Or after Sierra's done.
Do I have anything left?
I mean, you can purchase another major action or minor action, but I think you're in a good spot right now.
Yeah, I'll just wait there with my gun.
Lena May is actually Mart is next in the initiative order. So Mart, you can kind of like you can skip back.
Fantastic.
Okay, you want to go?
Oh yes. There's
Okay.
gunfire now. So Mart was just looking for an excuse to let his freak rip. And he saw. First of all, I don't know that we've ever seen Sierra use that gun. We've observed her owning it. She doesn't use it very often, if ever.
The audience has seen her use it, but I don't think anyone saw the shot that she took with it.
No, and
No.
I think alarmed by how obviously angry she is, because she's usually, while short-tempered, not violent. Mart's like, so we're really doing this. And he putters forward and is going to just follow up Sierra's shot with a flamer. I'm not joking that I was going to add more fire to this fire. It's already burning. What could go wrong? And so he's just going to putter forward and down the street towards the fiends that are harrying this poor older gentleman and shoot them with fiend à flambe is the goal here.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll. The difficulty is 1 because you just moved into range and you're just spraying with a flamethrower.
Yup. And I add ammo after the fact, yes?
Yes.
Well, that's 1 success, thankfully.
That's enough.
Yes.
You are right within range, so all you kind of do is just kind of like move forward, put the nozzle in their direction, and turn it on. And it works. So go ahead and roll damage. Add however much ammo you'd like to use.
It's 1... No. What does ammo give me? I know it adds damage, but I don't remember how much.
For every 1 ammo you use, you get 1 extra combat die.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to add 2.
Okay.
Because I would like them to be burning.
Yes.
Oh, yes. We've done it. Because I got a 5 and a 6 and a 1 and a 1 and a 3, which means nothing. So that's... according to our quick reference, that is 4 damage and 2 damage effect triggers.
Which is spread, which means that it goes to anyone nearby. And so you hit with a burst of fire, and 3 of the 4 just ignite. Like the garments on their body just burst into flames. And they were already, being shot at, and suddenly now are engulfed in flames. And very quickly, 4 turns into 1.
We're coming! The cavalry is here!
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I think we're doing great. Thank you.
All right. You see Lena May. You see Mart move forward to this group of 4 vicious fiends that suddenly are down to 1 rather alarmed fiend. Is there anything you would like to do, or perhaps there's another direction you'd like to go?
I think that seeing that the old man that was shooting and Mart is over there with that one very concerned looking fiend, is there in between me and Mart, because Mart went forward, is there like this other way the street's going that I need to be worried out about? At least that Lena May would see from where she is right now. I don't want to
What you can
metagame.
what you can see is that there's like a group of fiends kind of moving in the direction of that big cluster of fiends that
Okay.
were kind of standoffish. They're moving, so after your turn, they're going to approach whatever it is, the thing that is over there. But you can hear loud roaring, and you see sudden, heavy movements in that direction.
Okay, yeah. I think that Lena May is going to shoot the other fiend that she can see.
Okay.
But use her minor action first to, because right now I think her and Sierra are nearby each other. But I don't want to have to like make us like both have to share cover. So if there's any cover I can go to, that is, so we have our own cover, that'd be great.
I think what you can do is on the corner, there's probably like a derelict car that you can kind of duck behind. It's not the best cover. Yeah, kind of like right here. It's not the best cover, but like it gives you protection from one whole street, and the other street most of the fiends died on. So you're not like in bad shape by posting up there.
Okay, cool. In that case, I think that when she's moving that way, she does see the other fiends that are heading nearby.
Yeah.
And so thinking that other fiend that's like looking mad scared and got his friends flambéed in front, Lena May trusts her companions. So she's going to shoot the other group, aiming at I guess the closest one to where she is between her and the car. With her, she's going to use the plasma gun that has a fire rate of 2. But I think that it doesn't matter the gender, because in between seasons we leveled up, and now Lena May Bailey is canonically tactically bisexual.
I love it.
In the fact that it gives extra damage. So I think that it is 1 because of the gender. I think it's 2 because of Laser Commander, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe
3 extra Pet Boy dice of things. And I also would like to use a luck point for the Mysterious Stranger, or did I have to do that earlier?
No need. You absolutely put that out into the world. All right. Go ahead and do your attack, and that Mysterious Stranger could show up at any time.
Okay, additional dice. I think it's 3 additional dice for this. Okay. That is... And do I have to do this twice? Right?
2d20.
Okay. Oh, to hit, not for damage.
Yeah.
I was just skipping towards it. I was just assuming.
We all know you're going to hit, but let's just, give it the gravitas it deserves.
The little razzle dazzle. Yeah, let's do successes.
Of course you hit. Go ahead and roll damage on this. I can't wait to see how you absolutely vaporize this fiend.
Yeah, I think that's actually, so that is 2 of the, I think we got 6, and then I have to do this twice. So do I need to roll again if it's a fire rate of 2 for the damage, or?
No. Fire rate of 2 means you can add combat die in order to every ammo you spend gets you another combat die.
Okay. So then I can add another ammo to get another combat.
Yeah, another 2 ammo to get 2 combat die.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I think that's funny.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
It did too much, I think.
Yeah, You know what? Just read me the number and
Okay, it's 6, and then I wanted to add 2 more combat die, but it just rolled the entire thing. Instead of just the 2 additional die that I wanted it to.
Okay.
I'm trying to use the roll 20 because I don't have a lot of d6s on my table, and it's making things difficult.
I will tell you what. I'll take the first. Let's see. Yeah, I'll take the first batch, and then I'll add 2 additional from the other one to, because you wanted to add the ammo to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, 3 of which is piercing. So you absolutely. Oh no, it's your plasma gun. So suddenly he is just riddled with bullets and or with plasma and melts in a puddle. You kill this. Yeah, you absolutely kill this fiend. And then the other 2 fiends next to it turn around and are like, that he wasn't always a puddle. And
Not like this.
all right. They're going to actually go ahead and roll me charisma speech.
Me? All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I can do that. That is.
I'll say
Oh.
difficulty 3. What'd you get?
A 3.
You got 3 successes?
Yeah, because I got under my tag skill for one of them.
Nice. They had a hard time getting into this place, but once they cracked the shell open, they've kind of had free reign, and then suddenly one of them turned into vapor, and they were like, oh, we thought that this was just helpless villagers, and that's not the case. And so you see these 2 pretty much gone. Like, they immediately start running further into the city, trying to get away from you.
Amazing. Now that's aura right there.
Say the Van Graffs are coming.
The Van Graffs are coming. She is completely trusting in Sierra, so there's like no hesitation. She's just like, Sierra told me to say this.
Sierra, your time at between the NCR and New Vegas, you know a lot about the Van Graffs, and so you throwing that name out there, ooh, you put the fear of God in some of these raiders.
Yeah.
Maybe not the fear of God, but the fear of Jean Baptiste.
Yeah.
Anyway, as that is your turn, we're gonna go to the top of the initiative. The elderly man runs over from around the truck, and he's gonna make a couple of shots on this fiend. They are probably gonna hit because he's actually like really kitted out.
Love this guy.
Yeah, he absolutely hits. He hits and blasts away this last raider and turns to you and he's like, well, just my luck, Mr. Gutsy.
Mr. Handy, but I accept the misunderstanding.
No, as you were about to say that, he says, program command file, American justice. And you see that as you say that, he immediately bites his tongue. He's like, oh, yeah. All right. Well, you're here to help us out then. All right.
I certainly am.
You good?
You're doing
friend?
great.
I mean, I would be a lot better if this town had a militia like I've been talking about, but we work with what we have. First things first, we need to head down that street. We need to get mean son of a bitch.
Is this a person,
That's
a
a good
place, a thing?
He's a mean son of a bitch. That's all I'll tell you.
Interesting.
Is he metal or flesh?
He's hardest thing I've ever come across. and he's gonna immediately just like keep on moving down the street, straight toward all of those fleeing raiders that you were seeing. Hey, Sierra, make a medicine perception roll.
Oh, okay. Perception. Okay, that's good. What is my perception? 7. And my medicine is big now. 5. Okay, I got 1 crit and and another success, so 3 successes. Having a day.
I almost want to tell you above table because that's an incredible roll. You are hearing all of the chaos that's happening in town. I think you realize you don't have time to deal with each cluster of raiders individually. By the time you do, it will be daylight, and the chances that Julie survives the night is not great. I think you understand that you are on a timetable. Julie is able to handle herself really well, but not against the entirety of the Fiends.
I think that mean son of a bitch is probably a pretty good indicator of where Julie might be, since she's their top priority. At least that makes sense to Sierra. So she's going to look down that way, and she looks at everybody and she's like, I think,
you know what? On a crit, I think I will tell you. I think you understand how Julie would kind of set herself up in this scenario. You don't think that she's where mean son of a bitch is. You think that she probably set up further in where she can set up kind of like a triage, where she can just kind of like be there, cut off avenues of access, but be there to help everyone who is frantically trying, because everyone is trying to get away from the front of this city and they're going to flee deeper in, and she wants to be there to try and like help as many as she can. So I think you are seeing your main objective of I need to get to Julie is going to be in direct opposition to what this elderly man is saying. Him saying we need to get mean son of a bitch, that seems like a detour to you. It's up to you whether you want to be like, he's tactically astute, or you want to say like, I have my priorities.
Got it. Okay. Then Sierra's gonna just kind of take a second, take a breath. I think I was worried that maybe they were sending their biggest guy after the person that I'm here to make sure doesn't die, because she helps everyone. I have to find her. And if I were her, I'd be trying to help people. So if there's a clinic or a important location where people can take refuge, anything like that, can you point me that way?
Yeah, he looks up and he's like, oh, you're looking for Julie. Yeah, last I saw,
Okay, yeah, good.
she was heading deeper in. She's gonna be by the cistern. She seemed to be setting up back that way. You head off. I'll try and get mean son of a bitch. We'll pinch her and we'll meet you in the middle.
Do you have a stim pack?
Shit. You see a man
Here.
that is... He eagerly grabs it and jabs it in him, and you see someone who is very used to just taking pain and being like, deal with that later, be very thankful and be like, thank you very much. My name's Judah Krieger. I'm trader here. And he's just gonna turn around and start running back down that street.
I wonder if mean
Good to
son
meet
of a
you,
bitch
good
is
luck.
his given name.
It's not entirely
Around here, who knows?
impossible. All right, cistern. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe Mart lead and
Let's go.
Fury.
You understand that if you head straight down, you're not seeing a lot of more fiends down this street. You're seeing a lot of fleeing Westsiders, but you're not seeing anything that they're fleeing from. You just see general fleeing. So if like you were to head further down this main road, you would like delve deeper into Westside.
Well, we're going the direction that he said Julie is. That's the whole goal.
As you're running, you are stepping over bodies, and it's not just raider bodies, and it's a lot of people that do not look armed.
Are any of them still alive?
I can, without a check, no.
Sierra gets quiet as she sees these fallen people and any mean looking weapon or explosive or chem or stim pack that is just on the ground and all of this shit. If she sees something, she'll pick it up.
How about you can give me a survival perception check, or if there is, if you want just a random goodie, you can give me a luck point.
Do I remember if Lena May has any grenades?
I use them all. So, I think that you would know that if. Yeah, I feel like that's reasonable to remember. Yeah. Ninamed does not have any grenades.
Goodies are very good, but I think I will spend a luck point if I can get a grenade for it.
Oh, for a luck point, you can get 3. I'll give you 3 whole frag grenades.
Hell yeah.
You definitely run by the raider with her last gasps trying to pull on a satchel that has like grenades hanging off of them, and you just kind of like swat her hand away. She's on the way out. You're not causing her more trouble than she's already in. But you are able to.
I'm gonna step on her neck, actually.
Oh,
Yo.
Take those. From
the abundance of chems, the trauma that she has suffered, your boot is the last thing that she needed.
Bitch. She's really not okay. Sierra's not okay right now. And she just takes that stuff and then she's like, oh, this is good. And she's going to trot up to Lena May. Hey, I got a present for you.
grenades in the middle of
It's grenades.
Grenade? Well, I'll make sure to put these to good use, and after this, we should definitely talk.
Yeah. Sure.
Nothing, you seem different, that's all. Obviously. Thanks.
Guess it's just not that.
And Lena May will pocket the grenades, but she's also kind of visibly shaken. Not disgusted. I don't think that that's what's on her face, but more so like some big things are happening and it's different, and she's trying to figure out how to even respond to such a thing because she's never had to. This.
Yeah, and I think Sierra doesn't realize that they noticed that she did it.
Mhm.
She also like is a little tunnel vision right now, so she doesn't understand what you might. That wasn't her like feigning something. She truly just is like, oh, I wonder what that's about.
You know, it's hard to see through the red mist sometimes, and you just kind of chaos is happening around you. That's not your concern. I'll say you continue down that road pretty much uninterrupted for that entire time. Does Lena May and Mart follow behind Sierra?
Mart's
Yes.
leading the way. Mart's going where he was pointed. He's not doing any of the other stuff they're doing. He's linear.
You are able to follow the road down. It takes a slight bend as there's some fortifications that block off that intersection. And then you turn the corner to see kind of like a couple of buildings clustered up to the left of you. And you can see that this is essentially where the triage is. And as you are running in, I'll ping it on the map. But you immediately are hit with all of the West Siders, all clustered around, all panicking, all being a problem to themselves and others. And in the midst of this, you see Julie Farkas. Her followers' lab coat ripped and her mohawk bent as she is with one hand shooting her syringer around the corner of a building toward the fiends that are advancing, and with the other she is holding a grievous wound to her shoulder that has bled into her coat as she just shouts at them, "We can help you if you stop doing this bullshit."
I think Mart probably not thinking through how frightened people can be. Because that's the thing about Mart. He has a lot of things that are in the same vein as human emotion. But he doesn't experience fear like a person. He also doesn't experience adrenaline like a person or any of the other things that are going through all of these people's minds. But he can empathize with the situation. And he knows when people are so scared that they're not thinking straight. He survived the bombs dropping. He survived many other strange things. And he knows when sometimes people just need a little bit of a jolt. And over as many people screaming and shouting as he possibly can, he goes, "Everyone pay attention!" And he's going to shoot his laser rifle, his laser emitter, into the air.
You see a group of people suddenly rapt to attention on this Mr. Handy that has become the focal point of this entire triage center. As the fires burn around you, the screams from further in town, all eyes snap to attention on Mart.
You will do what the esteemed Julie Farkas tells you to, and we will all get out of this alive.
Julie pats you on the side panel and is like, "Thank you. All right. I don't know combat, but if you can set up barriers on the west, on that entrance over there, we can at least keep them from coming down the backside at us. If you can just keep their attention on me here, at least stay in cover, and we can try and push them out back through and maybe hold up in the cistern." we got to reach over to the cistern. The doors close heavy there. And as she tries to rein in order, you see marching down the street another fiend. This one wearing heavy metal armor. As he just holds a hand up to his helmeted mouthpiece and just says, "Hey, I see you're having a little bit of trouble. Maybe I can help." And you don't quite see what he does, but you hear the clatter of a grenade as it is tossed into the group. And I think that's a good spot for us to end.
Good.
today.
Good.
No, why would you do that?
Good.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
It's okay. I know
All
how
right.
Fallout works.
Ah,
And I am right there with a laser rifle.
Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Fallout Angels and Atoms episode 2. I am your overseer. My name is Patrick. You can find me on the internet at Mr. Patrick Cakes on Blue Sky. You can also catch me this Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Pantsless Tables. We're doing a charity stream. It's kind of like a Scooby-Doo kind of thing.
Amazing.
Yeah, so fun. And I will pass it off to Lena.
hello, I'm Lena, pronoun she, her, who has been playing Sierra, whose pronouns are also she, her, follower of the apocalypse, part-time caravaner, and person who tries to be a good person, is usually a good person, but right now is not being a good person. And I don't have any other projects going on right now. You can find me on Blue Sky and Instagram at Lena Fisser, like artificer. And I'm gonna toss it over to Jade.
Hi y'all, I'm Jade. I use she, they pronouns. You can find me everywhere at Jade Valkyrie. And I stream on my own channel. I've been in the chat, and that's Jade Valkyrie with 3 at the end. Where I am still trying to figure out, like, the New Vegas modding situation is complicated. Well, I'll figure that out. But in the meantime, I play Outer Worlds 2 and might also get some Divinity Original Sin 2 going. If not over there, then I'm on all social media, as well as over at Feywild Nut, one of the channels that I founded. In January, we'll be continuing up our Mass Effect D&D 5e game, and it is a great time. I play a very sassy Asari Vanguard, who also is a escort as well. So it's a really fun, like, jumble of characters, and we have fun art from Mass Effect fan. It's great. It's a good time. Yeah, I think that's about it for now in terms of projects, and I'll throw it on over to Kai.
Well, first, a special thank you to our lovely valiant Dorian, Mr. Otso's Spirit Bear, who has gone off with some real-life other commitments outside of the Wasteland. So you can follow Val everywhere as Otso's Spirit Bear. Please enjoy that lovely treasure hunt I just sent you on, where he is a TTRPG game designer, a performer, and a talk show host. So you can follow Val. He does solo streaming over on his channel, and you can also find him on many other projects that I'm going to plug also for myself in a second. Val and I both appear not only here, obviously, on Angels and Atoms, but we also have a to-be rescheduled charity one-shot, holiday one-shot for the Doomsayers over on Taino Tales, where we are 2 of 3 members of the Doomsayers, a group of demigods who now kind of control a city. It's a long story, but basically Val and I play Patroclus and Achilles. Nope, not Achilles. Wow, I'm doing great. That's the other show that was here last time. No, Val and I play Patroclus and Hector of Troy. It's really messy, but he's not playing Hector anymore for reasons. But you can check out the rescheduled holiday special for the Doomsayers, where we're playing Never Stop Blowing Up. Very soon to be announced when we are rescheduling it to. And then, of course, you can find Val and I on Saturday, this coming Saturday, over on Transplanter RPG for our community stream to round out the year for the Chaos Protocol, where Val and I both play the two fail he hims of the party. It's a good thing that Val's character Seer also uses they that pronouns, saving him just a little bit more than mine disaster he him. But you can come and hang out with us and the rest of the cast of the Chaos Protocol on Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time for a community stream. We're gonna have the whole cast of Chaos. It's gonna be a good time. As for other things I've got going on, I've got my solo streaming endeavors. You can find me as Estelle of Mladris everywhere, where I will be tomorrow streaming on my channel for my show Seems Right. We're going to be talking about how to make digital character sheets, and we're going to do a little bit of like live walkthrough. I just love making these things. I find them very useful, and I think that they're a great accessibility tool. So I'm going to be showing you all how I make Google Sheets and Excel, because it's the same programming, work for me. And then on Tuesday, I cannot stop thinking about this. We have the penultimate episode of The Fourth Age over on Wounded Warrior Project, which is a charity one-ring actual play set 50 years after the events of Lord of the Rings. Our penultimate episode is going to be the Scouring of Mythland, my character's home, and the land that houses the Grey Havens. I'm absolutely terrified. It's going to be absolutely wild, but you can come check that out. It is a singular show. It is a charity show benefiting Wounded Warrior Project on their official channel. And it's just been an incredible journey. So we're going to have the penultimate episode tomorrow and then the finale in the new year. And then you can also just come chill with me because I'm going to be streaming some more Baldur's Gate this week. But outside of that, because we're going to be offline for a little while, I have a bunch of other projects. So just, stay tuned for me and what's going on out in the wider world. And speaking of, we're going to be taking a hiatus because it's holiday time here on Vault Companions. Pass it over to Patrick.
We're going to be taking 2 weeks off to let everyone do their holiday stuff. Everyone is going to be doing their own thing. So are we. So we figured, hey, we'll see you back here in January. So January 4th, Sunday, we're coming back to the Wasteland. In the meantime, enjoy Fallout for yourself. There's a TV series going on. There's games and soda and so much out there for any Fallout fan to enjoy. So we will be back, but there will be so much more occupying your time that it'll be great when we get to see each other again on the 4th. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you very soon.
Bye.
Stay tuned for the raid. Bye, everybody.